Empower and Bloodlust. Because Mirana's out, that's like his premier hero.
It may just be a case where they're not picking a hero to be empowered for the AoE cleave aspect. It may just be like, you know.
Yeah,
could
be.
Max is good ground.
Yeah.
Debated.
Yeah. I mean, I'm like thinking they've banned a lot of the standard one. They could still just pick the L again, I think, but that'd be.
Yeah. And against the Shaker, it's not the best. Okay.
Yeah, nothing seems like perfect out of all the melee. Heroes. Maybe like a Wraith King good.
Wraith King could be good. I thought Storm might be good, but it would be so damn greedy as well.
I want like a more active hero.
Dire team
kind of delegated him to farming all mid.
You guys a bit scared about the Dazzle again? It's gonna be very hard to reach him again, I feel.
We got
the
the
Ursa too.
no one evoker band.
Good.
That kind of indicates an Arc Warden middle for me, because Invoker destroys an Arc Warden middle 1v1. Very hard matchup.
Well, they don't have a lot of time left here in their bonus time, which, by the way, Virtus Pro has plenty of. So 1.5 minutes.
They never take a lot of time before they pick.
It's pretty easy to draft when you're drafting against the same heroes as you did.
Fair enough, fair enough.
I mean, obviously, it's Dark Ward.
Virtus Pro's turn to...
They rounded out with an Ember Spirit.
Oh, I like that pick, actually.
Oh, but VP can...
They can punish it, though.
Hard, yeah.
It gets on top of Dazzle. Gives a... I think they really have... I recognize that Dazzle was a problem from last game.
Huskar is potentially a strong hero, but they have Arc Warden. There is... they could pick Monkey themselves. No one played it. Monkey is really good against Ember in lane.
5 seconds.
I feel if they pick Monkey, Ember has no lane to go to. Yeah. Even against the safe lane Shaker. I mean, off lane Shaker, Ember feels very bad.
No one is one of those players who has played the mid Shaker before too.
Yeah, that's
against Ember. I don't think it matches.
Won.
It's Earthshaker favorite, but it's not like you absolutely dumpster the lane.
Seems like a really good Ember, like you guys said. I actually really fear for the laning stage. You have Arc Warden. I feel like this Ember is like responsible for making all the plays. And if he has a rough start, there won't be any space for Arc make use of.
Yeah, but no one definitely wants like some kind of catch hero. Like, even a Storm is a possibility. He will definitely have a good lane this game. They want to go that route.
Yeah. And he could pull out the Lina himself as well.
Lina, yeah.
Going for the 5th prediction of Kunkka again. Pretty good.
I personally always feel though Ember Spirit is very strong against Kunkka. In lane as well as in like just the game in general.
Okay.
Let's see if Virtus Pro agrees with that. Looks like
come on, no one.
Forward is ready. With their headsets on, with their game face on.
I just realized Alchemist.
I think Alk with TB is not too greedy.
I think it is
I mean,
game.
not against Arc Warden and Ember.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah. I actually think Alchemist is game winning pick here.
He's probably going to free farm against either of those.
Even with the Magnus is a slow hero as well, so.
Using all their bonus time.
There's so many things they could do.
It feels like there's 5+.
Visage.
I've never seen no one play this hero.
I was going to say Visage next.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Eventually I would have listed all the heroes.
I feel like they're going just for some like 20-minute game here. That's Visage. Anytime you can pick Visage and in the game in 20 minutes, that's perfect. And with TB, you can get some early drums, Yasha, and just...
Do you guys like it?
Okay. Very tough against Arc Warden though, right? If he ever gets like the bubble out, you actually don't...
Well, your birds can get inside, I guess. Your birds are more or less melee.
What do you think, Black? You're up first.
It's like a... I mean, I just feel like VP, I said at the beginning, is a better team for me. And the drafts look very even, so I think I'm just going to go with VP. I don't know though. Like very 50-50 for me.
I'm a big Visage fan. This is a great Visage game. You got a lane you can play. This hero hard counter Shaman. This is like my favorite hero to play against Shadow Shaman. You cancel all his spells. You kill his Serpent Woods with birds. I've never seen no one play the hero, but I believe this guy's good at Dota. So
sticking with you boys.
VP.
I also played Visage once or twice, and I feel like this looks like a good Visage game. I feel like my strat was to outgreed them. But their strats like outpace this greedy lineup from forward, and I think they will. I think Visage is one of the strongest heroes for that. So
you're going anti-NA?
I'm going VP.
All right, man.
I'm trying to follow my head, not my heart.
It's great against
It
Magnus
didn't
too.
work for me though.
I am very curious to hear what Zayuri and Trent think about that. We have an entire panel going the way of VP. Even BSJ
Wow, even
goes
BSJ.
for forward, and then you know, goes for sorry VP. Then you know it's bad.
Am I the only one that has some faith in the Resolution Arc Warden here?
Yeah,
Okay.
think so.
I
Yeah.
guess so.
So
this game.
You're not
looks-
on my team either, Trent?
No, I mean, it's pretty hard to out-greed, I think, Arc Warden, Magnus, and Ember, so I kind of agree with the idea of why would we try and fight greed with greed? Why don't we just end the
Okay.
game? Why don't we pick some Visage Dota? He never used to get to play it because of Lil, but he's out of here. So now
Yeah,
no
right.
one gets to play the Visage.
There we
Let's
go.
see how this goes.
all right, let's see how this goes. Indeed, good luck with that one, guys.
Thank you, Sheever. All right, let's hop in here, Trent. I'm excited for this one. This is a big decider. A lot of eyeballs on Ramses playing Terrorblade again after that incredible performance in the last game over the PL. We went back and looked, and it really was just incredible performance. No trickery, no shenanigans,
No
He's just
hacks.
damn good.
Yeah, he just did a great job of...
We scanned his keyboard. Turns out it's all clear.
Yeah, it seems everything's A-okay. No, a lot of those fights, it was just, like one time it was he'd already precast the Sunder, and then the Manta happened, but the Manta doesn't stop the spell, so he still followed through onto the correct one, so that's kind of irritating, I'm sure, for poor Rezo, but that's all right. The new game, and Rezo has a new hero, and the Arc Warden, who's already received quite a few tips. I think a 5-man tip just came out there
Oh, wow.
on the old Rezo, so great start to your game there.
A couple of hearts also being exchanged in all chat there, both sides. Positive morale here. It's been a pretty epic series thus far, Trent. Hoping for this exciting ender. Talk to me about Ember Spirit a little bit, though. You've been whispering in my ear all day. This looks like a great Ember Spirit game. I think Ember Spirit, we finally get to see it. You have the confidence in this one.
Well, every game, it's pretty easy to point that out when there's a Terrorblade.
Yeah,
Every
okay.
2 seconds.
Okay,
Either
fair.
TB or PL, so that he's kind of in a go-to. But yeah, every one of those games, I'm just looking at him like, oh, but there's this one stun, and oh, there's this and there's that. And even in this game, there is Ember, who's a little scary to play against as an Ember. Like, you're trying to farm these waves, you're always stuck in the middle of them, you just get blown up. It happens like at least twice a game, I feel like. It's a guarantee of playing Ember versus Earth Chick. You just have to kind of accept that. But I wasn't too worried about the laning stage because it looked pretty clear that he'd have to be on the side lane. He definitely couldn't go mid. If you're giving up a 10th pick to the enemy hero, you can't like guarantee that that's going to be for an Ember mid, right? Unless you're maybe going to dual lane him or something. But he will be on the side lane for where you are, and then they're going to have Rezo in the mid on the Arc Warden as he usually is, and once more he'll be joined by MSS. This was the successful strat in game 1, and I'm going to try and quickly put some bully onto this Visage.
Yeah. See supports maybe rotating in right now. SVG and Solo exchanging blows in the jungle. SVG looking to grab this creep wave, I think, if he can snag it.
Bring around the Rosie here.
Maybe not.
The slow actually kind of ruins it for him.
It's pretty hard. That poison touch, 14% slow is just enough that he can't grab onto the creeps.
Oh, he's so fast too.
Is
SVG
gonna die? I was at the same thought where this is the fear of
All right,
Dazzle. If you can,
oh, he tangles it so he can't get fogged. He can keep the slow going.
and now the TP. Okay.
Oh, it's true. That's a pretty good option to have against a Dazzle.
Victory for Solo. Yeah,
We got a
they
little
changed
too
poison
hyped up
touch
on
a
that
little
one.
bit. Only it was that old poison touch, although it would have taken a few more levels for that stun to kick in, I guess. But either way, good start here for VP. Looking at our other lanes, we've got Universe up top, all solo right now on that Magnus. And it is going to be the solo Visage mid for now. They're not going to rotate another support and just let no one basically get zoned out for these first couple waves.
Yeah, all 3 heroes are the same XP, but this wave's pushing it onto no one, so you should be able to take a little bit of an edge here, and MSS happy to keep on slapping him down, though. Basically, they're trying to double deny him right now by using the ridiculously high base damage, but they're not winning. No one is still getting last hits despite 2 heroes attempting to deny him.
Yeah. I always get nervous when I see a Visage in a game like this. He feels like a hero that is so strong so early, but I feel like I've cast a lot of Visage games where he can't quite close it out, then loses that momentum, and all of a sudden what feels like a win goes the opposite way. A lot of pressure on VP to actually close this out in a timely manner.
He is just, he's such an obnoxious hero, though. At like
Yes. 25
minutes, if he had just kind of an okay game, suddenly he feels unkillable.
Yes.
A stupid Gravekeeper's Cloak gets so difficult to handle.
But it requires a degree of perfection in terms of execution, where if you make those missteps at that timing, you can fall
Yeah,
off
for sure. It's
very
very
quickly.
Drow-esque kind of deal where it's
Yeah.
like, sure, you build up a little bit of a lead and you start hitting this tier 3 really early on, but one step too far and maybe you just throw the whole game. But once more, we'll have the Dazzle TV lane, and this time they're being way more aggressive than the previous games.
Solo was tanking some tower shots there, but Roger comes in with a nice fissure to break things up. You are with the flame guard on, just trying to find some last hits here. SVG hit by a poison. No, never mind. Not hit by a poison. That was just an auto attack. Okay, no first blood despite the aggressive movements with now 3 heroes in the bottom lane for VP. That's going to leave Pasha solo on the Phoenix up here.
Got a wave though.
Haven't mentioned it, but core Phoenix. We've seen a lot of support Phoenixes, but this is a 3 Phoenix here.
I think. Oh, we were expecting one earlier, right? But then we ended up getting the core Shaker instead during the Alliance game.
Yes,
so.
correct.
But advantages, already it looks like a pretty good Phoenix game. There's not really any good egg killers. The best one would be the Arc Warden and the Clone, and if that's a support, that's probably enough, but when it's the core Phoenix, he gets the levels a lot faster, can itemize quicker into like a Shiva's Guard or something to help prevent the attack speed, and should give you good eggs. It's not a guarantee, of course. It comes down to the positioning of Rezo, but it's all on him. And nice Fisher in the mid lane actually just canceled a go onto no one. Broke up a shackle. And he secures an arcane room for himself.
But another scenario here where Universe is going to have a lane where he's going to be able to farm no one. Is this going to be the first blood? Spark Wraith chases him down, and Resolution gets the bonus.
Level 1, still enough damage. Just barely. I think that was like the
really
exact
close.
amount of damage needed. 100 damage, 75 HP. Oh, it's a Visage. Can't forget about that little hero. Of course, has some terrible magic resistance.
Universe almost in trouble up top, but able to skewer over there.
Radiant are
Will make it back to his tower. Radiant scans here, looking for someone lurking nearby. Not gonna trigger anything. SVG down bottom again, up to some shenanigans. Trying to get this creep wave back.
Pre-bloodlust. Let's go, guys.
Need that movement speed. I don't have booties.
That's a sad ogre. Nothing but a stout.
Yeah.
Oh no, my arch nemesis.
It's that Dazzle, Shadow Priest, but now MSS is here, and Dazzle will get brought down. Only level 3, no point in the Shallow Grave. He put 2 points in poison. Wouldn't have saved him there anyway. Good crowd controls from MSS.
That didn't seem fair. 2-on-1 there.
No, it definitely was not.
The Universe looks like he's going to get off to a pretty nice start again, though.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of the drawback to this lane up here. Roger has rotated back up, and even these two heroes, they can't really stop Universe from snagging those last hits and controlling the waves pretty well. This fissure does break things up a little bit, but whoa, Universe, he finds a free pick on Pasha. And it's a wasted shrine.
And he used the shrine, too.
Oh, no.
Not even having vision.
That's just a good heads-up play. Meanwhile, bottom, Yawar will be able to secure that kill onto Ramses as he gets left alone. Yawar barely lives.
That's 4-0 now. Suddenly some 2 pretty big kills.
Yeah. Great game sense from Universe, though, to be in the right place at the right time. Just doubles down knowing that they wasted the shrine on that.
And now he could even potentially go for another kill here with the RP, depending on like how much HP Pasha uses and if he can watch with the Icarus dive. But again, more pressure on no one. Like, even if they don't get this kill, like they're going to force out another salve. And they can't really turn around here.
Pull another rotation from Roger, and Roger actually going to be in some trouble. MSS with a lot of shackle, but Resolution in too deep. His Solo now makes the rotation. It's Virtus Pro that get their first kill up on the board.
For the record, they had vision there. That was a really weird go. Like, there is a dire observer up on that high ground that kind of saw that those heroes were still hanging around there.
Right.
I'm really surprised they still tried to go for that shackle kill onto Roger, because like they forced back for the salve onto no one, and I was like, oh, but they can't turn, right? Because no one can't turn around and get a kill because it would take way too long. But they just stood there. And then of course rotation from Solo is what really tipped it with the shadow poison. I keep saying shadow poison with the poison touch.
Poison touch. He's not.
We'll get Shadow Demon eventually.
I know. It's confusing. Shadow Priest, Shadow Demon, all sorts of poisons.
Shadow Shaman.
Nether Realms. Universe up top. Be just fine. Skewer across the fissure. Definitely knows his limits here. Been a little bit of a tough laning phase for Roger. Feels like an Earthshaker without a home, where he kind of wants to be top to pressure Universe, but forced to rotate mid to try to make some space for no one.
Yeah, it's not really a lane he can play in. At the same time, it's like a dual lane mid, so the problem is that you can't do anything in a dual lane mid scenario. You just be sucking away from your Phoenix. But Egg comes in right on top of them. Very bold, but with Fire Spirits, they don't have an answer.
MSS goes down.
Oh my god, Pasha!
Resolution on the run. They're going to be able to bring him down. He's out of options. Only level 5, and he is dead. The immediate tip from no one. 3-4. VP striking back hard.
A Phoenix got solo killed at Shrine by the enemy, like 1v1 situation. What a comeback from Pasha.
Oh, Solo goes in a little too far. He's going to hand one over to forward. Unfortunate.
Roger?
Shackles, pretty good against Grave. Roger on the way in. They want to finish off Yawar, and he will get it.
He just gets pushed in the worst spot. Buys his soul ring, even if he goes down here, but there's no mango on this ogre. There's no fire blast.
And he's still
That's
going to
enough.
die. They've got enough damage. It's Resolution.
Yeah,
joining
that
the party. Rezo also going Necronomicon. First item.
The farming Necro. As we saw last time too, just goes Necro and then to Midas and then...
Seems to be the build. Mid lane now, Yawar initiated on by no one. Follow-up Fissure. There's your Sleight of Fist. They will be forced to back up, seeing MSS make that rotation. They'll get a freebie on the bird. That's kind of nice. 100 gold bounty right there.
Instantly tipped. They're having a good time. Is that both birds then? I don't see the other one.
Looks like it, unless it's scouting around somewhere.
Script's on the hunt. Seems to be dead.
Yeah, going to be 60 seconds till the familiars come back. And it looks like Helm of the Dominator going to be the choice for Visage here.
Yeah, Pasha.
Not an item you see too often.
Yeah,
Big
definitely
lane.
the Visage hero though. I mean that's his item.
Yep.
He's the only one. Him and like.
Does anyone else
Enigma,
build that item?
That's not even Enigma that much anymore, honestly. But Darkseer, still core on Darkseer, I would say.
Lycan?
Yeah, Lycan's cool too. We like.
I
that hero.
hesitate just to say Lycan in general.
I heard it didn't go too well for Sylar last night. And like the Sylar Lycan even losing a game. So that's how you know the hero's got to be in trouble.
Yeah, I didn't catch that one, but I heard rumors
We were
about
all
it
in
this morning
bed
at breakfast.
while in fog had to stay up.
Oh, those poor boys.
Roger being chased away behind the tower while Universe just keeps slamming into it. This big, jacked up Magnus, that Bloodlust. Terrifying hammer, really. I mean, this thing is just gyrating.
His whole set is pretty scary, I'm going to be honest.
Down bottom.
Ramses.
And just to secure a bounty.
Oh, nice, but it does go into the Tempest double.
All right, so how is it this guy can find the right PL and yet he sunders the Arc Lord clone? Riddle me that. That's what I want to know.
I have no explanation for that one. I think that was just, I need to survive. What's the closest target?
Yeah.
Getting the hell out of here.
I'm just kidding. The real one was at a range.
Oh, okay.
It was just fun.
Well, he lives.
Thank goodness that Terrorblade lives. I mean, I would hate for this hero to lose a game and then never see him again. What would our lives be like without TB in every match?
We can only dream. A world without tuberculosis. No one does have his Helm of the Dominator. The HOTD.
Yeah. And that means the double catapults at the 10 minutes. The question is, will someone come to help him? And the answer is yes. Pasha is ready, willing to dive in there with an egg. They want these catapults on the high ground. And Universe will RP the 2 catapults. Doesn't look like that'll be the solution, it turns out. That's weird.
Here's the aggressive glyph to make sure this will work. And that's a easy tier 1 tower kill now for
And
VP.
instantly pings top. Like that wave is close. The catapult is a moving. Get me up there.
Down bottom, though, Forward Gaming will grab an objective of their own. Frost Awards deployed. At level 1, Necronomicon put to good use. They will go 1 for 1 in terms of towers. Question now is, will Forward rotate up top to defend this tier 1 that is soon to be taking some pretty heavy damage?
Like, once Arkhorn commits into a lane with like these Necros and stuff, he doesn't really do anything if he comes top. True. I mean, maybe the Spark Hits are good enough. That can be enough of a deterrent, but at this point, I think this tower's just forfeit.
Yeah, I think you're right. They're going to let it go. It'll end up being a 2 for 1 tower trade. Maybe they can get another objective or a kill in mid. Pasha left alone, getting surrounded by enemy heroes, but
There's no Hex here, so MSS just has to go for the walk A strat.
yeah, not so easy. Phoenix going to be able to outrange that one. Meanwhile, the top tier 1 does fall.
At least they kept the catapult alive bottom for a little while, so they get about a quarter of the tower there, Rezo, so slight win.
Any idea why Ramses is .clown at the end of his name? Is there any explanation? He's just clowning on fools, that's it?
I mean, that's his life.
Straight clowning?
All right, how he lives it.
Clown
Wants
shoes?
everyone to know. Roger, speaking of living, not doing that so much. Wow, they actually commit the RP. I mean, sure, I'm down. I'm like a happy Earthshaker right now.
Yeah. I guess, no.
I think it's because he skewered in, so they don't have a Hex, so I guess he thinks that
I don't know when VP used the smoke exactly, but I think they were just worried that there could be reinforcements coming. MSS is going to tank that smoke gank.
So fast.
But down bottom, they're going to go in onto Ramses. No Sunder this time for the TB. They'll get brought down.
Now that is a good return kill. With these Necros here, this tower should be going down, and shockingly, it is not the the Visage is the one jungling, and this Ember and Arc Warden are taking towers.
Yeah.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Glyph comes out.
A big win. Pasha feels like he hasn't had an impact in a little while. He's not been able to find like another play with the egg. He's still trying to build up him towards this Midas. He's just Sunrain. Just checking out the high ground. They're like, are they up here?
Yep. But yeah, I think up top they were just worried that Earthshaker might be bait, though.
Yeah, for sure. And then like he could have just TP'd, so you probably use the RP anyway.
Just make it a quick kill, no mucking around. Yeah. Let's not roll the dice.
They didn't end up getting that tower though. Like even with all the Spark Wraiths put down, it didn't feel safe enough. Probably going to be the correct call in the bottom lane there for forward, but
they do force a Glyph though. Minor victory. And getting close to that Midas on the Arc Ward.
Man, this is such a win more lineup from the Radiant though. Like if you just get 2 kills, somehow it happens. Maybe throw down an egg and let's say Rezo and Universe die. They can just instantly take Roche, or they can instantly take a tier 2 and potentially even a tier 3 between Metamorphosis and a Visage Medallion with the birds, with the helm. It can all just fall apart so quickly for you.
Absolutely agreed there. MSS up to the same trickery again. Stacked up some Ancients, deployed the wards. Gets him close to level 9. A little extra gold going his way.
The Radiant did see it though, as they have an Observer blocking the Ancients.
Ah, there it is. Will get taken out. And roster wards will despawn. Now VP maybe thinking they can take something in the pit without the roster wards available. Still a little early though. They can't kill Roche that fast.
Look at Solo.
Trying to make some space for the team. He will go down. This feels very risky for Virtus Pro though. Forward, they're going to charge right into the pit. There's the RP. Connects on one and a couple of birds, but it's a great setup. Dunk for Roger. Does get the return kill on the Universe, but they've lost no one. Yawar trying to survive. Clipped by the Supernova. Resolution in retreat. He's got the Tempest double behind. Forward Gaming have lost 2. Not the ideal fight, but they do intercept the Roche and now back in onto the Terrorblade. Necronomicon units joining the party just to despawn. Okay. SVG blocked out. Bird flying overhead.
The bird scouting. He's just dead.
Connects with the stun on the stone form. Will have to let himself go.
Man, that was your blink. Essentially your blink reveal. Like that was your first big fight with the blink dagger from the side of Forward Gaming. And look at that damage from this Earthshaker. That is an Earthshaker without blink. Wow. That's ridiculous. Yeah. I actually thought he had blink when that happened, but unless I'm mistaken, I think he might have got RP'd and skewered in there.
I think the RP only hit Visage and birds.
Well, then I don't know how he got in there. Because that was my only explanation, so...
Because I thought it was a better RP than it was, then I realized that it was just a bunch of familiars.
It was really close to getting Ramses, too. Yeah. Which, of course, could have helped turn things, but they were just close to a couple item timings, it looked like, on the Dire, too.
They do stop the Roche, though, and now roster wards have come back, and they're going to be able to take this tier 1. No Glyph, because they did use it to save the tier 2 down bottom. Phoenix jumps in, gets crowd controlled. Shallow Grave will buy him some time. Icarus Dive is available.
That last click. Oh, not damage.
Is he going to live? Remnant forward. Yawar wants this, but a nice fissure stops him dead in his tracks.
Oh, he goes through. He misses the shockwave. Universe on the high ground.
Universe, can he do it? Ring around the rosy. Universe not going to win this one. Ramsey's now trying to chase back SVG.
Yawar, he's almost dead to the birds.
Oh, what a disaster for Forward. No one's going to be able to chase down Yawar, it looks like. Fiery bolas, but look at that Dark Troll Summoner. He's in hot pursuit.
Oh, the Fisher Roger. This guy is finding everything right now.
SVG was able to survive. He moved into the trees. Still 20 seconds until his TP's up, though. Risky business. Is he going to get this kill on the Terrorblade, though?
Sunder.
You need to Sunder. He's got the Shrine. Okay.
Oh, look, it's Roger. Again, cleaning up for everyone's mistakes.
The mop and bucket. SVG looking for a neutral deny, perhaps. Wild Wing Rippers, not going to be much help. Good stuff for VP. 10-10. They've found the advantage.
That is at least one benefit of spamming Ogre. You get that chat line. You might have lost your soul, but...
Universe going for Crimson Guard this game on the Magnus. Great to have against the Visage and Terrorblade.
Yeah, excellent item.
I love how Universe itemizes Magnus so differently depending on the game. We've seen him rush Guardian Greaves, we've seen him go for just mobility items. Now we're seeing this Crimson Guard adaptation.
I definitely see the value in the Crimson Guard, but I also kind of wonder what happens if he doesn't get a good RP in a fight? You know, like
Thinking maybe like a Force Staff or Shadow Blade
I
might
almost
make more
feel
sense.
like it's dangerous without the Force Staff.
Okay. It's definitely risky. I think it's a fair point.
But it's almost like the safer item. Like, it's kind of risky to go that route, right? Like, this is a much safer item of saying, okay, I'm giving my team an aura, and now maybe I'll have a better opportunity to counter-initiate with an RP just through like a skewer or something. So
Right. Whereas with like Force Staff, Blink, you're pretty much all in on your ability to hit a decent RP.
yeah.
Ember Spirit going for the Maelstrom. Pretty close. About 500 gold off that one. Always a big item.
Radiant are scanning.
Now a smoke for VP.
And they're smoking while they're losing a tier 2 bot, though.
Yeah, Roster Wards will get deployed, and they're not going to be able to get here in time. They do use the glyph, so delays the push. Maybe VP will just go for Roche instead. He has regen back to full HP. Again, seeing the Roster Wards used like that, maybe giving them an extra sense of confidence. But RP has cooled down.
They see him with that Radiant Observer Ward, and now he just hops into the wave, too.
They kill it quick, but will they kill it fast
make
enough?
space. Oh, nice turn there. That just completely kills it, honestly.
Yeah. Looks like Forward aren't even going to rotate that way. Hard to tell if they're unaware or if they just want to let it go, but either way, uncontested, Virtus Pro grabbing Aegis of the Immortal for the Terrorblade.
Clown.
Clown indeed.
Oh, this is the Ember. This is what you worry about when you play this hero. He's out of there. Actually, back down to his team. Not able to find anything, though, but comes to his Magnus, gets a fresh and power. That's nice.
Absolutely. Team buffs here. The Ogre Magnus combo once again. This Arc Warden's also getting quite a bit of nice farm. He's got the Hand of Midas now. His Maelstrom's going to be on the way also. And also an Aether Lens for MSS. That recipe just about to get delivered. So three pretty big items just now getting completed for Forward Gaming.
Yeah, it seems to be his go-to on the hero. He has such short cast range that, like, percentage-wise, it's a massive buff to the hero. Like, there's some heroes you buy it on, like, you're playing Wyvern, you get an Aether Lens, like, it barely feels that different. Shadow Shaman, it really does feel like that pseudo-blink. It's such a massive increase to the range of that hero, especially with how clutch the Hex can be.
Stretch Armstrong, Shackles.
They might be able to turn this if no one's not careful. He's keeping his distance, though.
It's going to be a pick on SVG. Bit too much.
Yeah, without Universe, the real hope.
Feels like Forward are in this phase right now where they just want to farm until these next core items. You've got this Arc Warden who has really good net worth, but a lot of it is sitting on these items that don't provide a lot. Just that Hand of Midas still waiting for this investment to really pay some dividends. And a similar story for the Ember Spirit. He's going to go Yule Scepter next. All the while, VP.
They're ready to go. I mean, you look at that line that's drawn there from MSS. It's like, God, they're just going to push our bottom lane in. They're just going to do this. So we need to react really quickly, and that is a big win. You are forcing the rotation of the Aegis to the mid lane.
Fight fire with fire, aggression with aggression. Working for now. Forward, backing up to their side of the river as VP are starting to close. Courier. Okay.
Solo?
Solo
He's so alone right now.
Drops a ward in range of a sentry. That's a bummer. We'll be able to finish off that sentry soon to expire. Small win for Forward. But they get away with it. They force him back and are able to dodge, taking an actual fight. And up top, that tier 1 does go down.
Yep, that is impressive. Doing a very good job of playing around this ball of death from the Virtus Pro. Like, this is their timing, right? This is the Aegis that is supposed to close out all these tier 2s.
You can tell by the way VP is positioning. Hungry for blood here.
But Roger, the Invis Rune, this could be exactly, they need to crack this open. Universe would be a great target. The RP is so important for their teamfight wins. Roger wants, oh my god, a sentry. You can tell the way the Ogre just instantly backs away.
Whoa.
Yeah, I think I'll just sit back here, no reason.
Backdoor protection kicking in on this tier 2, but some creeps will join the fray. Now they'll commit onto SVG. A pretty big commitment, and the Ogre will go down, as will this tier 2. Glyph not available.
So they've now snaked though. Magnus is coming home. He's going to be a little bit late to this. I don't think he can save this tier 3.
This is so scary for Forward right now. Using the snakes like that gives VP extra confidence here.
There's still a pipe. There's still a dunk. This melee rack should go down.
They will put down the magnetic field. That'll help a little bit. Magnus stunned up. The Link Dagger gets broken. Melee barracks now under assault. They've already lost the range, and VP will get away with this. That's a mid lane of barracks down.
They got to be careful on this chase. Roger has been great this game. If they try and go for something here, he could instantly initiate on them.
Good spread from forward, though, not giving him that opportunity for an easy dunk.
Great spread away from their melee racks to then lose them.
Yeah.
Very impressive stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you get dunked, the thing that's scary is this game could just end if they biff that fight.
No, that's true. They just got completely destroyed though. Like,
yeah.
All it took was that one moment, like an invis room, just to scout behind a tower for Virtus Pro to say, okay, no one's here, just some ogre. Go, guys.
Yeah.
It felt just like last game, where Virtus Pro had this big push on the bottom, onto a tier 3. It's almost like this is why TV is so powerful right now.
One of many reasons.
One thing just happens and it feels like your game's over.
Radiant are scanning.
A ridiculous hero. Great concept. 2 ultimates. Love it. How's our Visage looking? He's picked up his pipe, another 2k gold. I have to imagine Aghanims is somewhere on that priority list, right? Another familiar out there?
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's thinking, because the Crimson Guard looks like kind of okay.
I guess if you don't want the Aghanims, something like an Assault Cuirass also makes a lot of sense. He could also upgrade the Medallion into the Solar Crest, so that might be the next logical upgrade, but curious where this Visage is heading, and there you go.
Yeah,
Solar Crest
I like
secured.
that. I think that's the best call.
Can't complain. As Scotty also picked up. Now TB getting a little more utility to his name, as well as level 15 and that extra health from the talent.
So, I mean, this is a Mjolnir Arc Warden. It's never good to say, oh, it's only one lane of racks, but it really is only one lane of racks versus a Ember with Empower and an Arc Warden with Mjolnir, so wave pressure is not a significant issue yet for forward gaming. It's still a very big moment for Virtus Pro because it's going to be increasing their net worth lead by lowering the economic gains they can get from this mid lane, but their job's not done here quite yet. And look at Roger, he's going to pop this smoke. The friggin' Shadow Amulet.
Just backs up in time. Oh, that's so unfortunate for Roger. Forward
or maybe
also,
fortunate, depending.
That's true. Although, there's the RP onto the Visage. They commit wards for this.
Yeah, that's worth 100. Oh no, he shackled the bird.
Uh-oh.
Right,
They've got the follow-up Hex.
No,
they should be able to kill this Visage, and they will bring him down, but it's a little bit of a close call. It's a sweater.
I have to, I would have felt so bad. That kind of stuff pains me inside.
Yeah, but Forward also have that dynamic of if they wipe Virtus Pro with all the roster wards, with the Arc Warden at this current state he's in, with the Necro Book, they can knock down objectives Roche very quickly themselves.
It's true.
Fortunes change.
I think it's like a little slower.
Definitely a little slower.
It's a little slower.
Compared to your average draft, they've got some pretty scary pushing prowess.
They're above average, but they're below their opponent.
Perfectly said, Trent.
Much like the pedigree of this matchup, one might even say.
Now Blink Dagger going to be secured for the Shadow Shaman. Now some more initiation for Forward. How are we looking on Roche? Another minute until we see what that timer looks
Man,
like.
it feels really fast.
Yeah.
I feel like we just had that thing. Been very action-packed since our first Aegis.
Absolutely. Very small lead for Virtus Pro right now. 2k net worth despite having that mid lane of barracks, and still 2 outer towers standing.
Knowing that Roche is close to you, you would think that VP are very intent on getting that shrine, right? Take care of that in the dire jungle. Make sure that all of Roche is easy for you to gain control of. Now the problem comes from that bottom lane because they lost that tier 2 earlier, and now it's only 30 seconds until Rasta, so he could wait till the 27-minute mark, but no one's already here. MSS will lurk though. TB Illusions on the tier 2 top. They still haven't pressed forward on to the shrine.
Battle Fury up next for Yawar here.
The Desperation. It just synergizes so well with the Magnus too. The Empower. It's like, oh, more cleave is definitely not a bad thing, really.
Yeah. Ember, one of the heroes that really loves that extra cleave. And I guess the birds as well.
Oh, they got a Hex on the Roger here. He's been that big hero this game.
He's going to be relatively isolated. Teammates on the low ground.
And
they
Solo.
also catch Solo. Skewer up. 2 great picks for Forward.
But unfortunately for them, it's quite a late road. Get it revealed. It'll be another 2 minutes, so hard to abuse that. It will save their shrine for a while longer.
And saves that tier 2 up top. It's definitely getting chipped away at. Resolution still shoving in lanes with his Tempest double.
Yeah, VP have wave problems.
That's for sure.
This bottom lane is becoming a serious issue. The problem is, you think TB, it's like, yeah, it is kind of a good matchup in that sense versus the Arc Ward, because you can kind of meet his capacity to shove and push lanes. But then you think, where does Ramses want to play? Like, he can only really keep this illusion control in the same vicinity that he's farming neutrals and everything. He needs to be playing on that top side of the map. He can't get illusions all the way down here and pushing. That means they have to kind of commit one hero in their base to do it. And they don't even have the best support for it. Like, Dazzle's like kind of okay. But you don't want to commit someone like that. Anyway, smoked up, high ground.
Will they find someone, though? Solo going to face check. Will actually get that.
He's going to know that's a very fresh observer, too. So they've been here.
All right, Smoke not going to yield much for forward. No one is going to go for that Aghanims after all. About halfway to that next bird.
Blink from SS, though.
So how do you feel about
plays.
the state of this game right now, Trent? It looked like Virtus Pro was just ripping this thing wide open. They got a very easy lane of Rax mid.
It's like
Since
game
then,
one.
this has been a stalemate. Both sides are just looking for that opportunity to catch one, and they're moving around the map in a way that's hard for the enemy to initiate. Feels like Roche is definitely the focal point both teams are going to be fighting over, but like, who has the real edge right now? It doesn't really feel like forward or that far behind.
I think forward has the edge, because like it's just like game one. It's the exact same situation. Game one, they had better wave push, despite the fact that they lost objectives earlier on, and then VP could never wrestle control again. Game two, that wasn't the case. They had the better control in the match, so it didn't matter. But now we've gone back the other way. Like, this Ember has gotten to a point where he can clear waves very quickly. There is Boots of Travel, Arc Warden, and once again, it's only TV for Virtus Pro. So they just can't keep up. So what they need is smoke plays that result in kills, and that ended up like working well for them to a point in game one, but then they couldn't do it anymore, and they eventually lost.
Yeah.
So maybe this time they'll find these big smoke plays or something, but they've just been mulling about this mid lane for a while.
Now Roche is up. Cheese at the ready. Visage inside the pit. VP being a little bit cautious here, staying very spread, but Forward Gaming not in the spot to contest this, and they're actually going to head the opposite way. Looks like they'll hand this one over for free yet again.
Yeah. It took a while for them to finally get it in a position where it was okay for them, but essentially what they did is they had Ramses kind of in the middle lane. He instantly made illusions, sent them to the bottom, so that the pressure was relieved just for enough time for them to go right into the Roche pit, while also creating a buffer where they seem to have been aware that the entirety of Forward Gaming were on that part of the map. So really nice positioning there. That was set up over like 2 minutes basically from Virtus Pro to take that.
Surprised to see that Age just go the way of Terrorblade. Right now, Cheese in the hands of the Visage.
Question is, does this change the lane situation? And not really, right? Like, it's very difficult still to get that big barrel down play, but again, it comes down to smokes and pickoffs. If they can kill one key hero from Forward Gaming and stop this nice trifecta of split push, then Virtus Pro could just have another rundown to end this game.
It feels the same for both sides, though. Just one pickoff would start that snowball towards the base. SS not going to get caught by Roger. They'll back up in time. Now BKB out on the Arc Warden. And once again, Universe will go for those Guardian Greaves. Double static charge really is ridiculous. It just truly is absurd. So
He
much
kills
lightning.
the wave so quickly.
BP all grouped up in the bottom lane here.
Man, they've done it again where they're well set, where like the illusions have hit mid, they kill one lane, or one wave, just as they're expiring, and that's enough to get that pressure going, and they can mount another push into the bot. So aggressive positioning here from the Dire. Using the Spark Rays to scout it out.
Ramsey's feeling confident with his fresh 10-second BKB.
Oh, they want this fight. There it is.
Magnus jumps in the backside. They get two. The wards come down. And the follow-up Hex, they are going to find that first kill on the Dazzle, it looks like.
But the Dunk, they've got the Ember, they've got the Arc Warden.
Oh no, it's looking so bad for Forward now. They're all spread out, just trying to get away from the Supernova, but the Ogre gets clipped by it. He's going to get stunned and brought down. The Delta split is not going to be enough. We see the buyback now from the Arc Warden to try to repel these creeps in the mid. It was a very spread out fight, but so advantageous for Virtus Pro. They still have the Aegis. Cheese was expended, but now this Tier 3 will be under assault. Magnetic Field trying to slow things down, but now this Tier 3 falling quickly. There is a Glyph available. Be very cautious about how they use it. 20 seconds until that Ember Spirit comes up. Resolution in the front line. He's falling quick. That's the Tempest up.
Debated.
I did get you baited. Magnus, or MSS though, he is going to fall. Instant buyback for him. Ramsey's getting low on HP, looking for a Sunder, and he finds it. That's going to be the real Arc Warden. Now Resolution forced to BKB in front of his own well. It will keep him alive, but far from ideal. Now these exposed barracks taking huge damage. Forward can't do anything here as Yawar dies again. 50 seconds on the sideline with no buyback. Forward quickly running out of options here, Trent.
Yeah, they just can't find much. Ramsey's just in there, still has an Aegis, still has a BKB.
They've got no solution to this Terrorblade. The Glyph's not going to do anything at this point. Melee barracks will fall. Still a tier 2 standing in the top, but I think BP might be able to throne this. Sort of a bold play, but no Rost awards,
Oh, they most
no
certainly
RP.
can.
They can absolutely do it now.
Ramsey's very happy to get Sunray here in the midst of some tier 4s. The birds are coming. The Necronomicons will try and do something, but there's not another RP for 15 seconds. Oh, it certainly looks like it's Virtus Pro.
Nice
They
skewer
just
back.
keep going. I mean,
Ramses.
still just Aegis.
Come back to life. Still one tier 4 standing. There is also still a Glyph for the Dire. Don't forget.
Maybe if there was RP right at that moment, there's like a chance, but
Ember Spirit coming back up now with the RP. This is going to be the final hold for Forward Gaming. Last tier 4 is down. Resolution, BKB on. It's a nice RP. Shallow Grave comes out. Are they actually going to be able to clean up these kills? Sunder from Ramses brings down Universe. Now the buyback. Supernova from Phoenix. That'll stop the Arc Warden from getting back to the well.
that's going to drive them back.
They will
the
hold.
Blink Skewer.
Very costly.
Forced into a throne push by that tier 2 top that they were very close to bringing down several times with nothing but TB illusions.
Yeah. Sitting there on 350 HP. Not quite the death push that Virtus Pro were hoping for, but pretty close to crippling damage. 14k net worth is now the favor. Look at that XP graph, Trent. How about a swing?
Yeah. I will say, one thing I underestimated in terms of the split push, it did look very good because they have the Ember, the Magnus, and the Arc Warden, but they didn't actually have the best, creep clear when it got close to the high ground, you know? So it was hard to force them off if they ever made it, anywhere close. So recognizing that forward, they tried to take that big fight outside, deeper down the wave. And it looked really good, right? Because you got the 2-man RP on both supports. You got the Dazzle and the Phoenix, but that Aeon Disc from Pasha completely saved it. Guarantee he was going to get the egg off. So yes, they're able to kill Solo. He just buys back and starts running. But the play once again from Roger, MVP of this game, at least for me so far, feels like he always getting these clutch dunks off. Help to bring down Rezo and Yawar instantaneously.
Another one of these games just feels like Roger's in the right place at the right time every time they need him to come in the clutch. It's top tier 2, probably not going to stay surviving for long. Yawar now feeling forced into an Eon Disc on this Ember Spirit. Never an item that you want to be picking up on this guy.
Mid 1 dotes. I mean, it looks good in some games. This is definitely not a happy game for it, I would say.
I just mean, Ember's a hero that likes to play from ahead, right?
He
He really wants to do damage. If you're forcing those defensive items, it's never a good feeling if you're playing the Ember Spirit. 5 seconds on the RP. Skewer back onto Ramses. That'll force out his BKB. Universe now taking a lot of damage. Buyback's looking grim for the Dire, and he's not going to have it with that RP. They'll lose the Rasta as well. Yawar trying to do what damage he can, but the dunk from Roger secures the kill. 3 on the sideline without buyback. Ember will use his. But I think that's going to be it, Trent. Now with the Arc Warden dead, Forward are out of resources.
Man.
GG is called. An epic series indeed. Forward Gaming looks so good for so much of it, but VP close it out in the end.
There's a reason. One person in this game, there's a gold icon from that Dota Plus.